Welcome everybody to the Linux Tech and Gaming Show. If you just found us for the first time on stream, please visit our website, linuxtechandgaming.com. And now to introduce our hosts, I am the Atomic Ass, and you can find me on player.me/theatomicass. This has all of my social medias on it, so you can just go and find them all. And then we have Osiris, and he's got a player me too.
Player.me/Osiris.
Yes.
Same as him. All the social media.
Yeah, look at all those things. And then we have Systrom, who only just joined.
I hate social things.
I'm gonna go
So
friend him right now.
If you message me on Twitter, I may or may not reply. So,
He's got one follower.
That.
He's got one follower because I took pity on him.
No.
But
Give me
sure,
1 second.
that works.
Now yes, too.
Because we took pity on him.
Yes, it's because I'm on the show. Yes.
Batman.
But if you want to follow me, that's fine. I don't care. I may or may not talk to you, though. I can't guarantee it, because I talk to myself enough.
Right, just... Alright.
Okay. So the first thing that we have up is, normally it would be my game pick of the week, but this week, Systrom has got a pick. So what have you got for us?
Alright, so the pick, which I would have loved to have done a while back while it was free to play, is actually Sanctum 2. It's actually a really fun game to play. If you like first-person shooters, and at the same time you also like Tower of Defense games, and you're just super addicted to Plants vs. Zombies on your tablet, but at the same time you have to get a little bit of CSGO going on, this game has got a little of both. You can do tower defense and first-person shooting. You basically just blow shit up, build more shit, blow more stuff up. But you gotta defend a little item in the middle of the map. You build up walls, defenses, and weapons and different things. It is awesome. It's fun to play, and I really couldn't find a caveat for the game because it actually worked on the AMD hardware. So basically, I look at it this way: it works on AMD hardware. It works on NVIDIA hardware because I tried it also on a NVIDIA box, on a box with a actually older NVIDIA graphics card on it, and it played flawlessly. Can't really complain at all for even the price. At $15, the game is good enough, in my opinion, and the fact that it just plays. And, you know, and we're going to be discussing Steambox a little bit later. It's a game I think would even be good playing with a controller on like a Steambox. I like the game. It's fun to play. I probably spent way too much time playing it when I should have been doing other things. But other than that, yeah, the game is awesome, and you should buy it. It's on Linux. It works. You can buy it for other things too, but it is not a coaster game. It is a fun, interesting game. Would say though, as much as the gameplay was pretty simple to pick up, you don't really get much of a training like some other games where they kind of, you get in there, it teaches you kind of how to play the game. You kind of already have to know how to play. Like, you kind of have to, you're just getting in there and you're just playing. And that's how the game is. And it kind of has a little bit of learning curve, but it's simple enough to where you should be able to just pick it up and figure it out and just go. So anyway, that's my pick for this week. I don't know what Osiris or what Atomic have, whichever side their direction they are at. I don't know what they have or their opinion is on the game because I don't know if they played it.
I don't have much of an opinion on this as I've not played it.
I own the game, and I think I got it in a Humble Bundle, which is why I own the game. But I have also not played it. I think I tried to play it with you at one point, and then, schedules crisscrossed and the internets blew up or something happened. But I'll try it out.
Okay. Let's see. For our round table this week, we have voice communication.
Head-to-head matchup between TeamSpeak and Mumble. All right, let's get ready to rumble. Anyway, yeah.
So, TeamSpeak and Mumble are the two primary standalone voice chat clients available for Linux. Steam does have its own voice chat, but of course you have to have Steam open and running to use it, and someone has to be your friend to actually talk with you, and there's no group separation like you can get in Mumble and TeamSpeak. With the major differences between the two really come down to accessories for me. An example, Android clients. You can get an Android client for Mumble for free. Whereas TeamSpeak's, it's going to cost you a little bit.
You're on Windows Phone, God bless your heart, you can get these apps.
Yeah. Well, you know, they don't want to be the third app on the Windows App Store. So, yeah, that's a thing.
I personally have to say that the Mumble server is usually easier to manage once it's set up, but the TeamSpeak server kind of has a little bit more flexibility. And that's one of the caveats between TeamSpeak and Mumble versus other services or pieces, is that TeamSpeak and Mumble both require a server somewhere to host the connections. In most cases with SIP and other products of that nature, they require interconnectability on a server client basis. And TeamSpeak is a good service and it does certain things. In most cases, you will host on a paid service provider. You'll have a paid service provider that will provide you a TeamSpeak location. With Mumble, it's pretty easy. You just load it on a server somewhere or a box at your house. Or if you're running Linux, you can load it on your own machine and then other people can connect to you. Overhead-wise, TeamSpeak has a certain license limitation, whereas Mumble doesn't care. It's really what your hardware can support to how many clients you can actually have on Mumble. That's the downside to TeamSpeak, is you have a limitation. How many is the limitation right now, Atomic, that you have on the TeamSpeak that's set up? How many seats are you allowed to have? What, 25?
I believe it is 32 minus 3, because there is a reservation there so that if you have if the thing's full and an administrator needs to get on, that they can still get on. So okay. 3 seats are reserved.
In the past, I always understood it as 25 minus 3, so you actually technically only had 22 seats. But if Atomics is saying that it's now 32 minus 3, then there's a larger expansion. In most cases, you're better off doing external hosting for TeamSpeak, and you're better off doing personal hosting for Mumble. Is there any other outside things of this support? Mumble has really good support on multiple platforms. We do have caveats, though, with Mumble. Gate is an issue. Can you explain that one, Atomic?
Okay, so this is actually a problem we've run into with our show because we've been using Mumble in the back end. The gate is what shuts off your voice when you're not talking, and that can cut out background noise. That's why you don't hear the fans of my computer running, is because I have a gate and a very shiny white hand. The gate in Mumble will actually pop when it comes down. So when somebody starts talking, you hear this big burst of audio. Now, it sounds worse when you record it for some reason than when you're just listening to TeamSpeak Mumble by itself. So it's not really that noticeable. And if you're not worried about audio quality, then it's basically a non-issue. But there is the additional issue of Mumble is supposed to have auto gain, and so as well as TeamSpeak. And that doesn't always work. So some people are going to be a little bit quieter, some people are going to be a little bit louder. Mumble, by design, does not allow you to change the volumes of individual people that are in the room with you, whereas TeamSpeak does. Again, that comes down to, as long as you can hear them, it's probably not going to bother you if you're just playing games with them. But, yeah, those can be issues.
So what's your take, Cyrus?
As to what he was saying about the popping and stuff, so basically it really just, to make it like really simple, it boils down to the fact that if you're just playing games, like you said, it's a non-issue. But if you're doing any type of production, podcasting, or audio-only podcasting, or recording your gameplay for like even YouTube, like just regular gameplay for YouTube, you might want to avoid Mumble or Mumble in general for that, because it can be quite annoying, and it's not fixable once it's recorded that way. Otherwise, Mumble's great.
Sorry to interrupt. Okay, but there are other podcasts that use Mumble as one of their, I should say, crowd rooms, basically where multiple groups are able to come in and actually have audio input. Now, they have certain requirements that they have for people to join them, but I think it's... for our use case, I guess TeamSpeak is a better option right now. At least we found it to be a better option for audio. We would still prefer, I guess, to use more open source friendly technologies if they were... Well, I mean, TeamSpeak, it runs on Linux, so I guess that's a win for it for now, but I would prefer to use Mumble if we could get Mumble to work the way that we want it to. Right now, not so much. It's mostly right now, it's just not functioning for what we want, but we do like it for certain things, I guess I would say for that. Do we have any specific caveats, intro sets? Do we want to run down the anything else? Because I know we've had worth mentioning for Gamebox. I think that was something Osiris brought up. Is there anything specifically for that?
Well, yeah, Gamebox is something I use with some other gamers who are on Windows only. It's not a Linux, there's no Linux client yet, but I'm pretty impressed with it. Some people may not be impressed with the fact that it's hosted somewhere else with maybe limited permission. I'm not really sure. I didn't run my own server, but
the way that I read this on their site was that you basically buy a server from them, that you can't run your own server.
Yes, exactly. You can't. I don't think there's a server install for your personal equipment.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that the servers are free, with little limitation. I don't know what their business model is, but you can get a server with unlimited users.
That would definitely be nice to know.
Right? I mean, they have to be making money some kind of way. I don't know how. Maybe with advertisements, I don't know. But you have unlimited users on a remotely hosted server. And I use it a little bit while playing with other guys. And it's pretty nice. It's a lot more modernized as far as the look and feel goes. It also
shiny.
Yes, all the shiny things. And what sets it apart is like the modern UI, server banners, server themes, badges, group icons. Really easy to use visual ways to group people and manage people and users, other gamers. They're the one who's doing those types. That's really more important when you're talking about 30, 50, 75.
Here we go. This is pretty decent actually. You can get a free server, but if you want server themes, user layouts, user badges, group icons, you want to integrate your website, that's $10 a month.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
Oh, I could maybe see them staying in business. You know, if they're a little tiny company.
I don't know how big they are. They've definitely gained a lot of popularity in the last few. So definitely being talked about. And I think it's a great alternative to the other two on Windows so far. Like I said, you get the benefit of like free hosting, unlimited users. You get RSS feeds, which is kind of cool. Like for people who still use RSS feeds, maybe mobile device. If the admin says so we're gonna have a huge gaming event on such and such date and post it to GameVox, you'll get that in your RSS feed. That's pretty cool. I think that's kind of cool. But there's no Linux client, as we said before. It is supposed to be coming according to the website. But as with other things that are supposed to be coming to Linux,
don't hold your breath.
Yeah, definitely not holding my breath. Hoping, but not holding.
You just get those fingers crossed. So, as far as these game clients go, like we said, GameVox is not available on Linux yet. I'm sure Osiris will do an install guide when it is available. But to get the other two, TeamSpeak and Mumble should be in just about any distribution's software repo. Yeah, repository. I don't know. I was thinking suppository there for a minute for some reason. Something.
That's just weird.
TeamSpeak is only in the Arch Master Race repository.
Ooh.
Just saying. Just saying. Everybody else is going to have to follow a few instructions there. Not difficult, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not difficult to install TeamSpeak. Matter of fact, I don't even think it installs really. It's run from a localized folder. But maybe System knows. But I think the reason it's not like in something like Ubuntu because there has to be certain criteria for software to get added to the Ubuntu repositories officially.
Okay, and technically, by the way, Osiris, and Atomic, technically, it's not in the native repositories of Arch. It's actually in their AUR, which is a add-on, quote unquote.
Bam.
Nope. Pac-Man.
I couldn't pull it in through Pac-Man. I tried. I read your notes, and then I went in on my Arch box and tried to pull it in through Pac-Man, and it wouldn't let me. So don't tell me that it's native. It's not. It's in AUR.
It's showing. It's not showing in the AUR for me.
Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you.
At the end of the day, it's easily obtainable for all the Linux people.
No, it is. It's community.
Yeah, community is not AUR, though.
Packages that are in the community set under Arch are technically, some of those packages are still listed. See, and you're having to use Yort.
No, look. Up above.
I'm watching.
See? He's watching me do my terminal right now.
Yeah, you're very old school style, but whatever. Anyway, I still argue because I tried to pull it in through Pac-Man and it wouldn't let me. So I'm not exactly sure why it didn't like the community stuff. So it doesn't really matter. We'll go back to the point of this. There are dependencies that are required by the application that if it's been built for Arch, there may be dependencies that they've added in, or maybe what they have done is set it up in such a way that it just compiles the independent dependencies within the package itself. Because that's one thing about Arch and Gentoo and a few of the other distributions that are not like package requiring distributions. Like, for example, distributions that set like Debian or anything based off of Red Hat, Fedora, whatever you like, SUSE or CentOS, they require RPM packages for those. And then under anything Debian based, so Ubuntu, Mint, any of those require a deb package. With the deb package or a RPM, you may have external dependencies, or there may be something that has to be defined in that package, or in basically it's like a zip. Like if you've ever like thrown documents in a zip file and sent it to somebody, it's kind of the same concept, but there's a lot more into it. And I am not a package designer, so we'll leave that alone in its own way. But basically, the way we look at it this way, Arch is getting away with murder because they're doing something special, and as Tomek has shown, he can do something. I tried to pull it in from Arch. I couldn't get it to do what I want. Doesn't matter. But yeah, so in many distros, Mumble is just there for the lucky few who have Arch that are running Arch. You may be able to pull it from community. Other than that, you'll go to a website, you'll follow some instructions, you'll click something, you'll download it, you'll unzip it, and you'll click it, and it'll do its thing. What's next?
Okay. Let's see. Steam machines are now being shipped to filthy pre-ordering heathens.
I wish I was one of those.
Yes.
As much as I complain.
If you pre-ordered a Steam controller and or link, you are getting the entire Valve library in perpetuity. Of course, this means that Half-Life 3 is confirmed. Now, I couldn't find any information about this on the internet, other than people who pre-ordered the Steam machine are getting emails that they get the Valve library in perpetuity. So, maybe you need to take that with a shaker of salt. Maybe.
But they're so pretty.
I've seen the reviews for the Alienware version of the Steam start to trickle out into the wild. I think Engadget, CNET, maybe Polygon. I'm not really sure on that. Which piqued my interest because I wanted to see what non-Linux users thought of the all-in-one Linux gaming experience, Steam, based on Linux. And I think I'm kind of surprised that the reviews are mostly positive. Because a year ago, when they were trying out the Steam OS, that was mostly negative. It seemed like Valve was getting the Steam OS in shape somewhat. And people are kind of impressed that, you just turn it on, you hook it up to your TV, get the 10-foot experience, just turn it on. And most of them pointed out that they don't even realize that there's Linux there, which is good. That is the point. And they just play games. Now there's little quirks, which is kind of to be expected when you're talking about shoehorning computer games inside of a 10-foot console experience and UI. But for the most part, they said it just works. And then the Steam controller is a whole different ball of wax. There's most people are saying it's good and it shows lots of potential, but needs some tweaks. But I'm mostly happy with the reviews. I'm not happy with the prices, but I'm happy with the reviews.
I believe we may have lost System.
Yeah, you lost me. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You know how it is. Audio, I'm still here. Video, not so much.
Yeah, that kind of
things happen. if I can pull up the Engadget review.
So try to call me back.
Okay, if I can remember which one I was on. Sorry, call failed. Oh. Yeah. That's what we get for using a Microsoft product. But, well, I've got something to talk about. I have to renew my disappointment in the Steam controller. Because if you have been following the Steam controller for a while, you know that it used to not have that Steam button and the forward and back buttons in the center there. It used to have a fucking touch screen. It used to have an OLED touchscreen, and I am still disappointed that it does not. Why, Valve? Why did you do that?
I would have to say that they did it maybe for manufacturing costs, but I'm also equally disappointed in some of the other design. First of all, like AA batteries, I don't have anything that I use in years that uses fucking AA batteries. I'm sorry, well, except for maybe the remote control. AA batteries is just not a thing for me. Replacing I don't care how many hours it works. I don't care. I would like to have seen them put like an Xbox style rechargeable pack on it, maybe. Recharges through the through the little USB slot. I don't know. I'm sure that's doable from an engineering standpoint. That would have been a lot more better. I don't like that. And then a lot of if you actually go out and look at all the reviews of the people who actually got them in their hand, they're saying it has a really lightweight feel. Now, some people say it's good, some people say it's bad. But if you've been playing with the Xbox controller for the last, I don't know, 10 years, it could be a little hard to adjust to, maybe. That difference in feel, weight, and dimension. But I think that's just kind of part of the territory when you out controllers, because I cannot play with a PlayStation controller at all.
Oh, I love my PlayStation controllers.
Like, hey, look, he's back.
Yeah, I'm back. Hi. But no, I actually prefer my PlayStation controller over an Xbox controller any day of the week. I think Xbox controllers are complete and utter crap.
What?
Yeah, I think Xbox controllers are the worst controllers ever invented. I mean, they even started out as the worst controller ever invented because the stupid thing was that, I mean, they took a key from the Sega Saturn in design for the controller. Now, I'm making a reference there because I had a Sega Saturn and it was absolute crap. The controller was horrible. And the Dreamcast was even worse. And then what was the first Xbox controller built like? The Dreamcast controller. Right? And then what do they turn around and do? They made it like the Sega Saturn. The next controller was like a smaller version, but still kind of like the Sega Saturn, and it absolutely was horrible. I grew up with PlayStation controllers. I'm talking about all the way back to the first generation PS1 controller. No joysticks, no nothing, just buttons. And it was awesome. You had 4 buttons plus the clickers, and you were good to go. And then they just gradually improved on perfection from then on. And in my opinion, I actually like the Steam controller. I think it is a really awesome controller. Yeah, I am with Atomic on that. I am really disappointed that they got rid of the touch thing. But at the same time, it may have been a cost issue. But other than that, I don't really think there is a major issue. Other than it just being just maybe a cost problem. But who knows? Maybe they'll have it. Maybe next generation that they create controllers, they'll have the touchscreen on the controller, and it'll be like, yay!
Yeah, I definitely don't think this is going to be the last iteration, revision of what this controller is going to be. I think it was even stated on Gadget. There was an article that said Valve wants Steam community to build its own controllers. So just like their whole idea of the Steam OS and what Steam machines are supposed to be, I think Valve is not giving no cares about what you do with the Steam controller or what third-party manufacturers do with it. Just kind of the reference design, maybe you can call it.
Yeah.
If you want the touchpad, I'm sure that Alienware will build one with a touchpad that costs $99.99. And
touch screen.
I mean, touchscreen, and you can go buy it for it'll cost $99.99, and you can go buy that sooner or later. We just got to see what type of momentum this picks up. Also, though, that's the key. It doesn't need to have day one like Xbox sales, because the regular consoles thrive on that initial hype. But it does need to have some type of growing momentum within the next year or two.
Well, for me, when it's financially viable, and I get spousal approval, that is going to replace what is currently in the living room, which was a very, very expensive piece of equipment. And that Sony piece of equipment will be replaced with a nice priced, heavily probably. I'm gonna get one, because I want one. If I can get spousal approval and I have the financial means to do so, I want one. So thanks, Bode. Absolutely thanks, Bode. Anyway, the biggest thing for me is that I look at it this way. I don't want to have to build a computer to sit in my living room, even if I am a tech guy, even though I know my way around and I want to do stuff. If I'm going to do something, I want something just to work. And I want to be able to yell at someone. I want to be able to contact tech support and say, hey, this crap ain't working. I want something new. I want something fixed. I want to be able to send it in for service. I just want to be able to do that. And, whereas if I build it myself, load SteamOS on it, and maybe it works, then I have to yell at myself. Then I can't get the spousal approval. Then I can't get the spouse to say, hey, no, because I can't do that. Whereas with this gives me the ability to have Linux in my living room, the ability for the spouse to say, okay, and the fact that I can then play video games, Netflix, Hulu, do whatever I want, and it works. Now, can't guarantee Hulu works. I do have heard rumors that Netflix actually works out of the box with it, which is nice. That's kudos for that. I also like the ability to be able to... I probably wouldn't buy an Alienware one, though. I would probably buy one of the other manufacturers, so that if I don't like the graphics card that's in it, I can at least contact the manufacturer and say, what graphics card can I put in this box that is better than what's already in it? I do like that option, especially with Steam machines. But then I can yell at them and say, hey, my box doesn't work. Anyway, that's my point. And still, thanks, Bud, for totally jacking me up while I was in the middle of saying something.
Okay, so you have no more reason not to use Vim. This is Vim Adventures. And you can actually play a game using the Vim key shortcuts. I don't know if that's a sentence, but I'm going to make it a sentence.
Like unnecessary torture.
Absolutely unnecessary torture.
But it teaches you. It teaches you how to use Vim so you can be a proper Linux citizen.
No. You can be a proper Linux citizen and not use Vim. You can use Emacs, you can use Nano, you can use anything but Vim or VI, which is atrocious. I absolutely hate them. And I am a Linux citizen. I am a BSD citizen. I know my way around those systems, and I can't stand VI. I hate it.
Hey, Atomic, here's the real question. They have multiplayer.
Oh, God. No. No.
Unfortunately, I do not believe it does. But if you want to learn Vim, unlike some people, then go to vim-adventures.com. I just wanted to point that out.
And if you have suicidal tendencies, don't go there. Don't.
I'm gonna try this out just for shits and giggles.
Okay, our next topic is that some Linux games won't be available on Steam machines. What?
Yay! The crappy games won't make it. Maybe they'll die in a fire.
Yes, if you read a little bit past the headline, which is pure clickbait, of course, and all the ads that are obviously more clickbait, you'll see that what's really going on here is that some games are just losing their SteamOS icon because they have poor or no SteamOS support. A good example being Anodyne, a game which I actually own. This game is written in Adobe Air. Yes, you heard me right. Adobe Air, which I had not heard of before I bought Anodyne and tried to play it, only to find out it is set up on Adobe Air, which was already deprecated by Adobe.
Of crap shit.
Like, literally, they stopped supporting it in 2015, or not 2015, 2010.
Yeah,
2010.
It's like Silverlight. Or Silver, whatever that crap Microsoft had. Or has. Horrible.
I think this is great news. It's about time Valve stepped in and sort of kind of started putting down the foot on these games that say, hey, look, we got Linux support. Check it out. Don't need to buy it, and this shit absolutely doesn't even launch. Like I said, we've talked about this before. I hold Valve accountable. The developers are responsible, but I hold Valve accountable because I did my business dealings with Valve. And Valve should turn around and say, okay, we have to refund these people. Maybe even put in a type of punishment system for these developers if they have to get a certain number of refunds. Start charging them back for that transaction. This is definitely not this is not just a Linux problem. I mean, there's like everybody remembers Batman, the last Batman that came out.
Oh God!
It just completely did not just fucking work. So many bugs, it was ridiculous. Like it was pre-alpha tester 2.0.
But it didn't even work on Windows. So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But of course, that's most of the quote-unquote horrible Linux games that are other game. Oh my God, so many games. But there are other games that work that should be promoted more. Like, oh my gosh, ugh. Anyway, there's some fun games though. Some, maybe. Don't Starve together with friends. Love the game.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Anyway.
So we're actually going to take a break for a minute because I have to go do something, and I'm the one switching the bits. I will be back in about 2 minutes. You guys entertain everybody.
Does that mean song and dance? Oh yeah.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what we're supposed to do randomly. Anyway, we were having a discussion before the show even started.
Hold on. How about I make this even more awkward by me just disappearing also because I have to go do something that requires bodily function. I'll be right back.
Anyway, so I'm here. We've probably lost many people. Yeah. Great. Anyway, so Vim is horrible. It's absolutely the worst thing ever invented. Like, I seriously want to punch the people that created it. Like, it is absolutely... Yeah, it's absolutely a horrible thing. Nano is better though. It's just not installed on all the machines that it normally would be installed on. And I'm totally rambling right now because nobody's here to stop me. Oh well. But yeah. Yep. And I have just made the moment awkward. As it should be. Yep. Because I am here all alone. And we'll probably get crap for this. Probably somebody's gonna post somewhere randomly, oh, they all left and left him all by himself. The hopes that he could swim. Yep. I am not Nemo. So, yeah. Yep. So I'm just gonna randomly just click on things on the screen. They're off into the distance. Well, there's now an Osiris.
Yes.
We still have 3 viewers, so I didn't scare them off.
I'm actually made it in the IRC. Yay!
Yes, I'm in the IRC. Something about...
What were we talking about before the show now?
I don't remember. The things. The Linuxes. Oh yeah, well, I don't know. If Atomic was recording prior to our inquiry. Yep.
Can't wait to try out VIM Adventure.
Yeah. Who knows? What is it? A weekly bit, huh? Bode? Weekly bit? What needs to be a weekly bit?
You weren't in IRC, you didn't even...
No, I wasn't in IRC. You want to know why I wasn't in IRC? Because freenode is a retard. And it said you're already logged in 5 different places. No, I'm not.
That
Logged
sounds
in
like
one
fun.
place. Connected to my Quasel server. Connected to it. 50 windows open.
Okay.
Yes, the System rambles. That should be a weekly bit, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, just record and I'll post it up.
Well, we already had a discussion that we should have the weeks that we don't do it, we should just have random things that we post on the internet about random discussions that we have. Whether they actually have video attached or not, that's completely different. But we've already
Put some
discussed
gameplay
that.
in there. Put some gameplay
Okay.
in there. It's legit.
Yeah, absolutely. Like random stuff, just none of that weird stuff that you like to post places. None of that weird stuff. All right, none of that weird stuff. Right? We're not that other thing that people. No, none of the weird stuff.
No cockies.
Oh wait,
Lord, no.
you're that direction.
No.
Really?
No.
Really?
No. Fuck no. No. No.
Really?
Yes.
You know
Yes.
what? Here's the thing. Atomic, you need to put me on the other side. So that and put Osiris on the other side. So that when I stare this direction to look at the screen over here, I'm actually looking at you and not looking the opposite way.
Well, just put me on your other monitor.
Yeah. No. You mean other computer. You mean other computer because
Yes.
I'm staring at a computer over here that's over here where, they aren't. Or, if I could figure out how to reverse the video so it actually works the opposite direction where I'm actually pointing over here.
Yeah.
Here's a novel idea. You could actually just monitors.
But our next topic is them's fighting herds. This is it's a 2D fighting game with My Little Pony.
That's retarded.
I just don't even know.
And I probably offended a lot of those brownies or whatever they're called.
Brownies.
Which are delicious, by the way. Brownies are delicious.
You said brownies.
I don't know what they're called. Brownies. People like me make fun of people like you. Anyway, bronies. That's what they are. Bronies.
Send all
is that
your
what they
hate
are?
mail to @Sistrom on Twitter.
Yeah. I will accept all of your hate mail, and then I will just say Batman.
It's not hate mail. It's hate tweets.
Whatever. I don't care. I'll just say Batman. The answer's Batman. Seriously? Oh my God! Don't tell me that is an actual. Oh my God. That just screams. Never mind. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be a diet gay person basher. Whatever. I don't care. Whatever. I'm sorry. That game is all kinds of no. No.
Just as a point, this is the woman who actually made My Little Pony. So, yeah.
Yes, but here's my question. Did they actually get it funded?
They did, and guess what else? They got it funded to the point where's funding goals? Bingo. Linux and Mac port.
Oh, snap.
Oh, God. Those are things I don't want on Linux. Really? Oh, God.
I'm going to buy you a copy and gift it to you.
Apparently, almost 10,000 other people wanted this game to happen, so...
Yes, I know. I can figure that. And most of them are people my age that are male and they're bronies. And I hate it. It's stupid. Bronies on Linux? No, Bode. No. No bronies on Linux. No. No. You know what, Bode? If you want bronies on Linux, why don't you make a bronies Linux distribution? Right?
You're a little behind the times there, sister.
Oh my God, they've got one of those too? What the hell? Yes, you can record this and just did There you go. Somebody can do a screen capture of that. Dave's reaction to her. No.
The perks are funny though. $40 perk is a guardian sheepdog. The $5 one is a curious foal. I don't know what the hell that is. Incidental background sheet. What? Like, I don't even know what. I can't believe this is a real thing.
Ponyos. Ponyos.
Learn something
Running
new
Doom.
every day. That is true.
Ponyos is running Doom.
What?
Yes.
What? Oh, God. What does this world come to?
The first place most raised referral reward you get a golden super toot. Custodians of World's Tier.
What is that?
I don't know.
What? Oh, God. Ugh.
Get a tiny toot. What's a toot?
Wait, here's my question. Is it being released on Steam?
I would assume maybe.
Because if it's not being released on Steam, I don't know how they're going to be able to distribute it. Even
Yes,
if
New.
It's going to be on Steam.
New now also includes access to our closed beta on Steam. Thanks everyone for getting us greenlit. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I can just tell the spouse that, hey, there's now a pony game on it, and maybe this might actually... No, actually, this is going to work to my benefit. I should not complain. So just told the spouse that they now have My Little Pony on Steam, and then I can package and say, by the way, we could buy this piece of equipment, put it in the living room, and you can play the pony game.
Yeah,
My
and
little
then
Bronix.
your wife and your kid is gonna be like logging your Steam, playing My Little Pony, and you're just gonna be more sad.
No, because I got my computer. I don't have the thing in the living room. The thing in the living room is whatever. But I'm just saying, I'm replacing something that I bought from Sony. Yeah. Anyway.
I think we've beaten this pony to death.
I want to bludgeoning the pony to death. I just want to bludgeon it.
Oh.
I want to pull a red hood on the stupid pony. Oh.
Don't look a gift pony in the mouth.
Oh my god! Really?
Show title.
Seriously? That's the show title for this?
It should
Yes.
be.
Oh god.
Don't look a gift pony in the mouth.
Oh god. You might get magicked all over, right? Anyway.
That's legit.
Oh.
Oh god.
So.
Anyway.
Want to try Arch, but install it in somewhat of a sane way? Well, now we have Architect.
One side note, before you get into this whole thing, I will have to jet soon.
Yeah, we're about done.
It'll be a sad thing. I'm sorry, but I will have to jet soon.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
Yeah. So, Cyrus, you want to tell us about this? It was your topic.
With Arch.
I forgot I put this on here.
Oh, come on. Tell me you didn't catch that. A point-and-click adventure in Arch.
Yeah. VI, what's it called? Vim Adventures.
Oh, God, no. But this is Arch. This I approve of. Right? This I approve of, right? And it's not actually a game. It's an installer. Which...
Well, it could be a game.
Well, I don't know. If you're just going to do this, why don't you just install Integros? Or Antegoros, or whatever the crap they call it. It's got an installer.
But then it's not as fun.
Not as fun. It's
I
not
think this is more of a quote-unquote clean Arch install, whereas Antergos does very minor, albeit, but some things that causes it to not be like just how the mind shit. Completely clean Arch, I guess.
No, it's Arch. It just has
it
its
is
own
Arch,
repo.
yes. Yeah, it has its own repo. Like, this is for the people who want just Arch. They've installed it. They've went through the hoops. They've been part of the quote unquote Arch master race, but like they're like, no, fuck that next time. Here's a way to do it, and it's basically it just uses a very, very simple basic GUI. Instead of the command line approach that regular Arch uses. But I'm trying to remember what the name of this was.
Architect.
No, the name of, I think we talked about this. The name of what this interface is called.
Oh, N curses.
N curses. Yeah, that's why I put it on here, because it uses N curses to install it, which is kind of nostalgic. And maybe Atomic knows, because I have not installed Arch from scratch. But what it appears is it actually does all the same things you would do in order to install Arch from the command line, but gives you a nice little interface so you can for the mouse.
Yeah, it kind of just puts it there, all the things on the beginner install wiki page, and just kind of gets you set up and running probably a little bit faster than you could do it yourself.
Right.
I have not tried it myself, though.
It looks a little bit more guided.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? Until you've installed Gentoo with no internet, you aren't Master Race. I'm sorry.
Is that even possible?
Yeah.
Or we talk.
We're talking about the days when you had to install Gentoo with no internet.
Oh, back when it was CDs?
No, back when it was floppies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn. I didn't know Gentoo was that old.
Really? You didn't know it was that old?
I did not know that.
Well, okay, Slacks is older than Gentoo, but we'll leave that alone. And Slacks, I know, I had to install and compile Slacks with no internet.
I think I might install this Architect through a VirtualBox and throw it on YouTube. Looks interesting. And it's easy to use. And it has all the Arch things, and nobody will ever know the difference. Yep. I'll just claim Arch. How about that?
Yeah.
Yes. Gentoo was 2002.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
We're done with Architect.
Yeah. That is all the topics we got for tonight. So don't forget to check out our website, linuxtechandgaming.com. Also visit our Steam community, or Steam group, I should say, Linux TNG. And that's also where our official, unofficial forums are. So you can go there, join the discussion. Follow our Twitter, which is at Linux_tag. And put us in your Google circles. And if you do that, you'll get to see the shows on your calendar. But that's all we got for tonight. See you later, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.